Hey everybody, time for another midweek fantasy baseball update from the Dumb Guys. Today it's just me, Dumb Guy Heath. Today I'm going to talk about, real quickly, 5 guys that are on the rise because of how well they're doing this spring. Guys that might be getting overlooked in your draft and could help you out if you keep your eye on them. One of them is a superstar, but I think he's kind of setting himself apart from the pack, and so I'll talk about him as well. But first, Dumb Guy's got lots of fantasy baseball videos coming up, so hit subscribe so you can keep up with us. We've already completed 2 of our league drafts. We have 3 more to go. We're going to have an auction draft, head-to-head points, and head-to-head categories leagues to draft in pretty soon. So without further ado, let's get into it. And the first player I'm going to mention is Matt Wieters. Now, I was just watching a spring training game where he was playing, and it looks like he is kind of separating himself from the pack as far as the Nationals catchers go. I don't see that the Nationals have signed Wilson Ramos yet. There was some rumors of that, but maybe with how well Wieters is playing, they don't need to. His spring numbers so far are a .357 batting average, a 1,098 OPS, with 1 home run and 4 RBIs in 7 games. And I thought he looked good in the at-bat I saw. He lined out sharply to the outfield. So if he gets going well, there's one more catcher to make a shallow position a little deeper. So keep your eye on him. All right. Now number 2, this one is the superstar that I think he's kind of separating himself from the pack with how well he's doing. That's Max Scherzer. Now in a previous video I said Scherzer, Sale, and Kluber were very similar to each other, and it's almost like drafting the same guy. And I kind of put Sale in front of the others just because he had 300 strikeouts last year. But so far in spring, and I was just watching the game he had today, where he just lights out, 5 innings, bunch of strikeouts, only 1 hit allowed. So according to Baseball Reference, so far in spring, he's got a 2 ERA, 2 wins, no losses, and in 9 innings he has 12 strikeouts with only 1 walk. So a guy coming into spring already in mid-season form like this, that he's got 3 Cy Youngs in 5 years. So a guy that's one of these top pitchers coming into the season looking especially good. I was a little worried that he's 33 now, but spring he sure looks amazing. So he may be moving ahead of that pack. Maybe I pick him ahead of Sale right now. Who knows? He's in the lead. Now another one is somebody I just drafted in one of my leagues to put into my utility spot and give me some flexibility. That's Jason Kipnis. He is tearing it up in spring training. He has a 1767 OPS so far. Not bad. My computer's doing some updates. Silence that. And I think with how hot he's going, I like that Indians team, that he definitely is worthy of a utility spot with how far down he's going. Keep your eye on him. He played second base and outfield last year. There's more flexibility. He's got pop and he's got speed. I think it's more like 20 plus home run speed. He may be down to like 10 to 15 stolen bases anymore, just because he's over 30, and we all know, over 30 the legs just don't perform how they used to. But this guy's quite the athlete. I think he can get like 15 for you. All right, great utility spot guy. Now next is somebody I mentioned already in our early sleepers video. That's Chris Stratton. I've been taking him as the last pick in the draft so far, and he looks like he's definitely got that 4th starter spot on the Giants nailed down. Now, after he became a starter last year, his ERA was in the 2s in the second half last year, and he's looking great in spring training. He is going to be on a team with a great pitcher's ballpark with a good defense behind him. So I think this guy's got a great potential to break out. Everybody's been talking about how old the Giants are, and this could be part of their next youth movement. So keep an eye on him. You could take him as the last pick in the draft, or just watch waiver wires, because we all know pitchers get hurt, and you're going to need some backups. All right, so next, another Giant. Imagine that. It's Brandon Belt. I know I've talked about him already, but it looks like he is going to bat second in the Giants lineup, and I like that. It's probably going to be behind Panic or Jackson, whoever's starting that day, and ahead of McCutchen and Posey. So I think that's a great spot for him. If you're in an OPS league, I think that's especially beneficial. OPS or on base percentage. because the guy walks 100 times a year, and he's going to have the direction to take as many walks as possible, batting second in the lineup. And I think with that in that position, he could be pushing 100 runs scored. He was on pace last year to have about 25 home runs and 40 doubles before he got a concussion. And so if he can remain concussion-free, I would kind of expect that. But with batting leadoff, he's going to try and walk more, score more runs. And, this might sound kind of strange because in the last 2 years, he's only had 3 stolen bases. But in that spot, maybe he goes a little bit. He had a minor league season with over 20 steals. He's had a 12-steal major league season. So maybe he gets that sneaky 10 stolen bases for you as well that could help you out in those rotisserie leagues to go along with some power numbers and some on-base percentage numbers. So great one to keep an eye on, late in drafts, and fill an offensive spot. All right, now the last one, I'm actually going to list a Dodger. I know you guys know I don't really do that. It's hard to do it as a Giants fan, but I think this guy is going to cause the management in LA to make some tough decisions. That's Matt Kemp. He is tearing it up in spring training right now. He came into spring and he lost a bunch of weight, looking more like an athlete again, and he's got 4 home runs already in 11 games, a 1281 OPS, 379 batting average, and I think that outfield is going to maybe see some flux during the year. You've got Puig, who's a space case. You just never know what's going to happen with him. He could be tearing it up one day, get benched the next. You got Jock Peterson, who's finding consistency, and you've got Taylor, who had this kind of out of nowhere year last year. I think Matt Kemp could potentially edge his way in, or found himself part of a trade with how well he's playing. So keep an eye on him. He might be that late pick, the waiver wire guy that really sets your team apart, saves you from an injury, because we all know injuries are a big part of fantasy baseball, and how you recover from them can really set you apart for how good of a manager you are. All right, so there's 5 quick guys that are on the rise for me in spring training that I'm actually they're going up my list a little bit. Maybe they should go on yours, unless you're playing in my league. I know a lot of you guys I've seen reaching and stealing guys I'm listing on videos. So, feel free to do that. It's all good. But I'd say if you do that, feel free to go in our links and do some Amazon shopping through our link and help support the Dumb Guys, because, we gave you a pick. And in general, always look at our descriptions. We've got some nice links. We've got our Instagram, Twitter, Facebook accounts down there, and also our Amazon link. And we're Amazon affiliates. So that's just a great way to support us. We could get some funds coming in to maybe update computers, cameras, things like that, and make our videos even better. So thanks a lot for all the viewership we've had this year and the subscribers, and thanks for all the comments that you've given us some good players as well, and critiqued us when we needed it. So thanks a lot. Stick with the Dumb Guys, and stay dumb.
Dumb Guys!